Okay, the stream seems to be looking good. No need for the whole intro. Hi, I'm the Expert Layman, and today I'm going to be showing you how to set up a gamepad for a new character, because by the time you hit 70, you have so many abilities that it's just intimidating to try to map that all onto a gamepad. But if you start with a low-level character with a limited number of abilities, it's a lot easier. I'm going to be using a piece of software that called Antimicro. Antimicro is a graphical program used to map keyboard keys and mouse controls to a gamepad. This program is useful for playing PC games using a gamepad that do not have any built-in gamepad support. However, you can use this program... Oh, I'm sorry. Got a distraction or something. However, you can use this program to control any desktop application with a gamepad. It's really, really simple. No bulk to it. In fact, as far as resources, it uses 19 megabytes of memory. Like it's basically, has no resource draw, and my experience, it's completely stable. So what I'm gonna do is I wiped all the started with the fresh profile with the Antimicro. And I wiped all my bindings for this character's level 6 paladin, put him on the shelf shortly after launch. But I'm just going to get basic movement and map his abilities to a gamepad live. I thought about doing an edited version, but you always end up leaving out things that you don't think are important, and somebody out there is going to miss it. I find that experience a lot, where I'm watching a video on how to do something and they skip over the part that I needed. So this might end up being a little tedious, but I won't miss anything. So first off, that is not where that's supposed to be. There we go. This is the interface. And as you can see, there's nothing on it right now. So what I will do is I will go into key bindings, and I will start mapping stuff to the gamepad. Simple things like move forward. I put these over here. Move forward is W, so I hit a W. And move backwards is S, so I'll hit an S. And turn... I'm trying to remember if I had strafe on which side, but I think I had turn over here. So turn left is A, and turn right is D. And for strafing, I do this over here. That is Q. You can also hit the keyboard to do this if it works better for you. And strafe right is E. Jump, let's just put that on the... Here where it says no key. We will put the space bar. Sit, we can go ahead and put that over here. On the other stick button. Where's that X? And this will actually cover save it as Pally. And now I should be able to go into the game and move around. Or not. I think the sensitivity... Also, camera controls can get weird. I'm going to go ahead and address that right now. I'll get it at a good setting. And I will go to camera. Set view 1, I will put on... It'd be up or down? We'll go up. Oh, I need to put a button on that. Let's go number pad up. Wait. So number pad 8. So to set the view will be 8. to save the view, we'll make it 2. We'll do number pad 2. What this will let you do, the camera gets messed up, is... Oh, it already has one there. Okay, that works too. But that's a little far away. What I will do is I will move it a little bit closer, and I will set it with the down. And now when I do other stuff, it'll bring me right back there. Yeah, you know, I think that sitting thing was a bad idea. I'm going to remove that. None. Okay. Not sure why it's so sensitive like that. You know, I think I did have those backwards. So I'm going to swap A and Q. So I'll put Q over here and A over here. Then I'll put E over... Wait. E over here and D over there. Okay. E over here. That is not E. What the hell am I doing here? It's D. Oh, I've screwed this all up now. Movement keys. So forward is W, backward is S. Yeah, I think I needed to put the turns over here, which is A and D, and then put the strafe over here at Q and E. Okay, I think I have it now. For some reason, I'm only supposed to activate... Oh, that's what I did wrong. No key. That just means to do it whenever you hit the stick. That actually has a separate stick down here. So right stick is jump, and left stick is X. Now I should be able to run and move around, turn. Yeah. And when I hit the right stick, I jump. If I want to sit down, this also moves you up and down if you're on the mount. So now we have some basic movement controls. It'd be nice to be able to do some stuff. So what I'll do is I will start dragging stuff down out of the spellbook, out of the bar. Huh. It did not reset the key bindings or the action bar. Hopefully it just does this page. Or not. But since those are default anyway, it doesn't really matter. Okay. So I will take Holy Light and put it on number 1. Yeah, I can pull all these down. Get Righteousness on 2. Excuse me. Devotion aura, we'll just drag it all down here for now. You're not always going to want all of it. And Blessing of Mind, Judgment, Seal the Crusader, going to have some racials in here. Arcane Torrent, and Mana Tap. Okay, those are the abilities that we have right now. So if you want to be able to heal yourself, basically the stuff that you hit most often are the things that you're going to want on your A, B, and X, Y. And for me at least, X is the one that you hit all the time. So I'm going to make that the Judgment. So I need to make X number 6. And you're going to want to have the seal right next to there. So let's make that Y. You know, I kind of like to have, just visually, okay. What is the key binding for unlocking your action bar? Toggle, oh, I don't have one. Let's go Alt-I. Just to make sure. Okay, so unlock my action bar. And let's go ahead and put the judgment over here. In case you want to use your keyboard and mouse, it's more centralized. And that's defensive. Heals. Buffs. No, just it's kind of a simple spread. But now that is on the equals. Let's move X to equals. And we're going to put the of righteousness on Y. And let's go ahead and put the other seal on A. Seal of the Crusader. And then these have cooldowns. So the cooldown stuff you don't want like taking up valuable real estate, in commonly used areas on your mouse. So let's put these on the shoulders. I probably wouldn't keep them there, but I gotta go somewhere for now. So we'll put 9 on the left shoulder and 8 on the right shoulder. I'm a little paranoid, so I like to periodically save. Okay, so those are on there. And the heal, we have not used B. Let's go ahead and put the heal, number 6, on the B key. And did I use the number pad? Oh, I used it for the camera. So let's use... Oh, there's some targeting stuff I'm going to have to look at my other other characters for I like to use... Oh, you know what? No, we're not doing that. No, none. Right shoulder. Wait. Right shoulder, I actually like to use right button. Because what that does is if you put your pointer over your character, it lets you loot stuff. And you're going to want to have auto loot on. Okay. Probably want to save the right trigger for your Hammer of Justice, your stun. That's where I like to put my stuns on my other characters. But we need someplace for the heal. So yeah, let's go ahead and do that on the left shoulder. We'll do the... Okay. And as far as buffing yourself, there is a command that I want to get to now. Targeting. Tab, okay. So we are going to go ahead and put tab on the left trigger. Some of this will make sense when I start doing stuff. Because since obviously you can't be clicking on stuff, you're going to be tab targeting. And tab targeting on a gamepad is a lot easier than like doing it on the keyboard for some reason. It's easier to cycle through targets. Okay, and now we just have our devotion aura, which, we don't have any other auras right now, so it doesn't really matter. But we're going to want to be able to buff. So let's go ahead and put that on... Let's put that on the selector or back key. That is number 1. That is not number 1. That is number 1, okay. So now we should be able to do most of our stuff right from the gamepad. So let's see if we can find something to fight that isn't going to kill me. I might... There's a thing. Well, there's another thing. He is 4, I am 6. That should work. So I want to put on a seal. And then I want to judge. I want to put on another seal. And now when I right shoulder click, I should loot. And repeat. What was my buff? I think it was that. Buff. Get a new seal. Then we judge. Oh, not that seal. Oh, and the heal works. Okay, so judged him. Where did I put that other seal? There we go. That's the one I want. And now I can judge him again. Maybe judgment would be better on the trigger. Who knows? You gotta play with it and find what works for you. Hey, and I have a quest here. So that is really all your basic movement and mapping stuff. Now, as you get more abilities, maybe I'll log onto my warrior and show you how complicated it can get. I disabled all the add-ons for this just to make it simpler. But there is an add-on that is a must if you're going to be like running dungeons on a gamepad. And by the way, I tanked Shattered Halls last night on a warrior with my gamepad, and it went pretty well. There were a couple little issues I ran into that I wouldn't have discovered if I hadn't been in there. Mostly that I apparently spam click taunt more than I thought, and I had a thing set up to where if I hit it a certain number of times within a certain window of time, it would do extra things, and it kept doing the extra things when I didn't want them to because, I don't know, Shatter Halls. And I tanked a car, off-tanked Karzan on my gamepad, and that went flawlessly. And I've run many dungeons and a few heroics on the gamepad. So I'm going to log over to the warrior and just kind of show you. I guess I'll save it. If you put all your bars up, activate all your bars, there will only be 2 down here at the bottom, and then you can have a button that'll just cycle between your bars. Oh, my stuff's all screwed up because I usually play on 3 screens, but I collapsed it down to 1 screen. So everything's all out of whack. And when I come back, it'll be even more out of whack. But I can still show you the thing. I basically have a non-combat bar. And that lit up Xbox button, which they call on here guide, if I hit that, it switches. So now I can mount up. And I don't remember which button takes me up. This one, okay. I can fly around, I can go mining. But what I have on him is I have a bunch of macros to help do things that I have. You'll notice I'll have it does 2 things. So this does my concussion blow, but it also makes me jump. So now I jump every time I concussion blow, which is actually kind of cool. But some of these are a bit more complicated. What is F7? No, that's not it. Basically, you can set them up so that if you hit a button multiple times... Ooh, yeah, F3. F3, F3. Where the hell is that? That should be on left shoulder. Oh, I'm running this on the ground here. I got through the basics. Well, I'll do one on my warrior at some point, just because there's a lot here and I should probably prepare before I do that. Well, this went a lot faster than I thought. Well, I am the Expert Layman. This has been starting a new character using a gamepad. I strongly recommend using a gamepad. Just ergonomics alone, which was, frankly, that was my primary motivation, because I started getting symptoms like carpal tunnel. And I wanted to keep playing, but I didn't want to, injure myself. So I was kind of motivated to figure out the gamepad, and as it turns out, it is a wonderful way to play the game. There's certain things, like loot and obviously chatting with people and interacting with NPCs and, you know, moving stuff around in your bank and things like that, where you're still going to need the mouse. But I've got it to where you can do all your combat on the gamepad. And that's like, you know, the tense, like trying to click fast and move and things. That's where a lot of the damage will come from. If you're, you know, a person who already spends, you know, 8 hours a day on a mouse and keyboard, and it's probably not good for you to spend any more, it's probably a good option. But it'll be a lot easier if you just start with a low-level character and then just add stuff as you go. But as you get more familiar, this is why I've only done my warrior and my warlock. Just keeping track of where everything's at is kind of I'm kind of at my limit as far as like learning that. Haven't done my priest because I know healing is, I'm gonna have to figure out a whole bunch of crap for that. But as I just get more comfortable using the interface and how things work, things that would have been like really hard like 2 weeks ago will not be hard. So I'm just gonna go with this and create that character you've been thinking about creating, and then go out and quest on a gamepad. I am the Expert Layman. Thank you all for joining me. You all have a great day.